I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to the season where we're no longer talking about wildfire smoke and we're talking about things like rain and wind and the possibility of mountain snow and then later into the winter, maybe even lowland snow. That is what I'm looking forward to, but right now that time is not it. And by the way, the main reason why I am becoming more active on this page is because I just want to be ready to go by the time it is time to chase storms. And right now, there's no storms to chase. So, in that regard, just kind of twiddling my thumbs. But there's still weather happening, and the Facebook and the YouTube is just sitting here for updates. So, I just wanted to go ahead and just try to update you in a couple different areas. It's not going to be super comprehensive or anything like that, but I'm just going to talk about what I think is interesting in the meantime. And so make sure and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's go ahead and jump into it. So right now we're looking at the visible satellite imagery this morning. And as you can see, there's a lot of wildfire smoke floating around east of the Cascades from these fires, the Labor Mountain Fire, the Sugarloaf Fire. The Labor Mountain Fire is the one that's burning the hottest right now. And there is also wildfire smoke just penetrating into the mountain valleys and also coming west of the Cascades now, filtering into portions of western Washington. You can really see it right there in the Skykomish River Valley. And there's a bit down there by the I-90 corridor as well, some smoke by the Wildcat, and then down there by the Bear Gulch Fire, there's some wildfire smoke as well. Looking at the air quality, we can see that reflected on purpleair.com here. Terrible air quality. Over there by Wenatchee and Plain, just really hazardous air conditions over there with the smoke. Over there by the Bear Gulch, got some bad air quality from the wildfire smoke sneaking through the Cascade Gaps towards Monroe and Sultan and down there by North Bend as well. And places like Yakima, Ellensburg, bad wildfire smoke air quality. And that's going to be the name of the game for this week is bad air quality. Looking at today, we can see that it's just not going to be a great day if you're planning on going for a hike in the Central or North Cascades. It's not going to be a great day to go for a hike. It's just going to be bad air quality up there. And also some bad air quality in Western Washington as well. And places like Leavenworth and Plain and Wenatchee will probably remain bad as well. And then going overnight, if you're planning on doing an overnight hike, I wouldn't want to camp outside I wouldn't recommend that. And then going into tomorrow, it clears out a bit for west of the Cascades, stays bad for portions of the East Cascades, and then we turn more onshore and it kind of clears things out really nicely west of the Cascades. But Thursday is going to be a bad wildfire smoke day for many locations east of the Cascades, and also could be a rowdy wildfire day in general. Because we have a system that's going to come close to the area. It's not going to bring any rain, but what it's going to do is it's going to lower pressure east of the Cascades, the surface pressure east of the Cascades, and west of the Cascades, the surface pressure is going to be higher. And as a result of that, we're going to have this pressure gradient across the Cascades that's going to be drawing winds towards the east. So we're going to have westerly winds going towards the east. And that's going to create some pretty strong winds on the eastern slopes of the Cascades where the current wildfires are. The Labor Mountain Fire, the Lower Sugarloaf Fire, the Wildcat Fire. But particularly the Labor Mountain Fire and the Sugarloaf Fire are going to be really affected by these winds that are going to be sustained anywhere from 10 to 15, maybe even 20 miles per hour in some spots. And gusts on Thursday are going to be up towards 38 miles per hour on the I-90 corridor down there by Ellensburg, excuse me, up to about 50 miles per hour possibly. And between Wenatchee and Ellensburg, where the Labor Mountain Fire is, we could be getting gusts up towards 30, 35 miles per hour. And where the Labor Mountain Fire is, could be getting gusts up towards 39 to 40 miles per hour, possibly higher. So we're really going to have to hope that the containment lines hold. And I'm going to actually check out one other model here. Going to click over to them. And it's not calling for quite as strong winds as the European, and neither is the GFS. But The European seems to do better when it comes to winds, and once we get the high resolution model data here pretty soon, we'll be able to see, actually we should be able to see it on the NAM possibly. Close. NAM 3KM, look at the 12Z, there we go. Yeah, so the NAM 3KM wind gusts are up there by the Labor Mountain Fire. Yep, calling for about 42, sorry, the Lower Sugarloaf Fire, calling for about 40 miles per hour, 43. Labor Mountain Fire, anywhere around like 30 miles per hour, maybe up to 40 in some locations. And then if we get any grass fires or anything down there by Ellensburg, could be interesting. So there's going to be some fire danger on Thursday. The National Weather Service in Spokane highlights that there's elevated fire conditions that are coming up as well. Looking at the Lower Sugarloaf Fire, it's almost up to 30,000 acres now. It's burned a lot. There's bulldozer lines, and they've been doing some controlled burns while the weather has been a bit more manageable. But with those strong winds, embers can carry downstream and whatnot. So we're just going to have to hope that none of the fire crosses containment lines or anything like that. And looking at the Labor Mountain Fire, it's now up to 13,353 acres. So it's really close to Highway 97. So yeah, just hoping that on Thursday it doesn't cross 97, that containment lines hold. But firefighters, they know the situation. They got meteorologists, whatnot, that are giving them briefings, and hopefully they can keep it under wraps. And there's also the Wildcat Fire. The winds down there won't be quite as strong, but there still will be some wind. And looking off into the future, there's really not a whole lot in regards to rain to talk about. Like, we're dry this whole week, and then going towards the weekend, systems get close, but there's some uncertainty regarding later in the weekend and whatnot. So still dry. It is still dry. And thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys checking things out. And yeah, if you haven't already subscribed to the videos, go ahead and do that. I'll try to be live streaming more when there's actually stuff to chase. In the meantime, I'll talk to you guys later.